Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. Today was the Outdoor Adventure Expo for spring 2019. I try to cover this expo every year. It's free to the public and it's put on by Midwest Mountaineering. I'll leave the description in the link below, I'll leave the link in the description below. But basically it's a camping outdoor expo where they talk about all sorts of different adventure, wilderness trips, travel, and camping, backpacking, kayaking, kite surfing sometimes. They have a spring one and a fall one. So this was the spring one. And usually I always do a gear haul. Sometimes I do booth interviews. This year I didn't have as much time as I wanted to go through everything. So I was only able to do 2 different lectures. They also have over 100 lectures from experts in wilderness fields, and so I did 2 of those, and I'll briefly touch on those. But to start off, there's a number of different booths that you can go to, and a couple of the ones that I stopped at were the Florida, northern Florida parks area. They have a bunch of kind of wilderness tourism and outdoor tourism that you could do there. So I picked up a state park map for Florida, well as Florida Naturalist, and hopefully that's picking it up. Also, this summer I'm hoping to go on a brief trip to the Boundary Waters, an actual canoe trip. So I talked to Bearskin Outfitters. They're one of many outfitters in northern Minnesota that basically provide you with all you need to, all the equipment and information you need for a true Boundary Waters canoe area experience. So I'll actually be probably working with them and planning out a brief one. I hope to take my mother up to the Boundary Waters. She's never been, so it'll be exciting for that. Also, there is a hostel available for any of you travelers in Grand Marais, which is an awesome town on the shores of Lake Superior up north, and it's kind of the gateway to the Gunflint Trail. So it's cool to know that there's a hostel up there, so I'll leave a link to this information as well. And then 2 of the more random funny ones are interesting. There's 2 people from Wales, or the British Isles, that are there, and they have British walkabouts. Walkabout is their term for treks or hiking, day hikes. And yeah, so it's in Wales, where you hike along the coast and see all these different things. But the coolest one that I thought was the King Arthur's Way walkabout. And basically this guy did a bunch of historical research to kind of find out where King Arthur traveled throughout his life. And he more or less designed a trip around that where you can walk to some of these places that King Arthur supposedly went to. So pretty excited. And these guys were great, really peppy, a lot of fun. So definitely we'll leave links to that. As far as the gear haul, I got freebie. Goal Zero was there doing a demo and trying to sell some of the products. So I got kind of a Goal Zero buff type kerchief, whatever. Really nice, works great for camping, lightweight, cools you off and whatnot. And then my goal was to pick up a knife, of course, and I've been looking at this one for a while. It's the only store locally that I found to sell it, but it's a Opinel, specifically the carbon steel version. Hoping to do some kind of survival testing the applications in survival situations with the Opinel. So excited to finally get one of these, kind of a classic bushcraft pocket folder as well. I just recently posted the Trailtopia beer braised chicken. I was able to pick up another one of them, as well as talk to Vincent and the people at Trailtopia. So excited to try out another flavor. And then another one, I kind of updated my seat cushion. I love the Thermarest Z seat. This one is a little bit more earth toned, not as bright, so hopefully it'll blend in. Gives it a little bit more bushcraftier look. So hoping to do that. And I noticed that one update from the one that I have is that the original one that I had didn't have a bungee cord to keep it shut. This will keep it nice and shut, closed shut, and then you just pull it off, and then you got your seat. So good update to that. And then some other random freebies. There's a coupon if you're signed up for their email list. You give out coupons to their members. So I got 2 of these Dealy Bobs. They're just great for strapping extra gear on the outside of your pack or whatnot. And then I got a hacky sack because I work with kids, and this is always a good lightweight thing to bring backpacking if you want to kick something around or just to keep in your pack. And finally, I got a Nalgene water bottle. I had a coupon for it, but the cool thing with this is that it's a survival Nalgene water bottle, and basically all it does is just has helpful survival information as far as like what to do, general purpose in a survival situation, as well as instructions on items you can put inside the bottle to create a survival kit in the bottle. So overall, so that's the gear. The last thing I want to touch on, the 2 workshops that I went to was a guy does research or travel and photography for the U.S. Park Service, and there's wilderness fire towers as well as cabins that you can rent and stay in backcountry cabins as cheap as $25, which I thought was really cool. And I'm hoping to maybe plan a trip to one of those and rent one of those. And that was a really good workshop, really informative. And then the other one was this guy's expedition, more or less. He was part of the first team of explorers to drive across Greenland, the Greenland glaciers, and they drove from the southern tip of Greenland to the northern tip of Greenland, and it's pretty fascinating. They had to have specialized Arctic trucks. They went in a 3-truck team, and it was really cool to see his trip through his presentation. So pretty awesome. And I'll probably leave a link to a recommended YouTube channel. I think it's called Overland Excursions or something. But he says that there's a member, the guy who runs that channel actually was a member of their team on the expedition, and he'll be posting clips or at least other things related to that trip. So it's pretty awesome. So other than that, guys, thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you ever get an opportunity and you're in the Twin Cities in the spring or fall, check out the Outdoor Adventure Expo, and hopefully next year I'll actually try to give you a little bit of heads up notice for any of you local people who can check it out. So thank you, and I'll see you outside.